the thoughts, how they play such a role, you know,
Yeah.
and they could block you. They really can block you if you're thinking
Mhm.
so much, trying to figure out analytical. Like there's a time and place, right?
Yeah,
Business,
yeah.
sure. Like to have the studio, sure, you
Yeah.
need to have the business part.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
at the other side, you can't. You gotta.
You got to just kind of listen. I don't think that's why my wife, she does the business part.
So she take care of that.
She
So
take that.
there it is.
This brain right here.
Yeah, yeah.
No, don't ask me no questions.
Yeah, and you know that,
Yeah.
that. So you know.
Yeah, because I understand that part of it, and that's why it was great when we met because it worked, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I needed that freedom because when I look at a kid, you gotta remember the challenge in a class, right? You got 20 kids, and you got this kid that got the flavor but can't learn choreography for nothing. You got this kid that knows choreography but does everything awkward, right? And you got every kid that has something different,
right.
but you got to teach them all the same
together,
routine,
right?
And you got to get them the same, right?
Yeah.
So one teacher has got to figure out. You got to teach a whole bunch of kids so many different ways in this hour setting, right? But you're doing it, and people won't catch eye to it, right? So as I'm teaching a routine, and I'm going over a 1 and a 2 and a 3, and then I'm looking at the one kid in the back, and I'm sitting down, and I'm over exaggerating my crouches so he can understand the over exaggeration, and I'm watching my feet and making sure the girl right here is watching her feet, and I'm telling her to turn her knee out, and I'm doing all this all in one format, you know, and it's like, because you got to know your students, you got to understand your students, you got to create a comfortable environment where they don't feel, because you can't get them too scared where it's like, I can't do this, I'm not coming back, you know. So you got to make them feel safe, feel comfortable. And then the one kid in the back that I may not have looked at in the past, 5 minutes, I may turn around and say, "You good? You comfortable back there?"
Right.
Make sure you're aware of them. Make sure they are acknowledged. Make sure they're being seen.
Yes.
Make sure they feel like, if they don't feel like they're doing a good job, you let them know, like, I'm telling you, right there. You're right there. And these are the things that bring changes, right? And you put all these different things with teachers, and when you are a real teacher, right? A real teacher, you really care about the craft, the students, and what they're taking from it. You're looking at all these kids, you're looking at all these different things, you're dealing with all these different emotions and all these different characters, you're taking on all these different roles.
Right. You're like a therapist.
Yeah.
You're trying to, right.
So being a dance teacher, I don't know how, I can't say other studios or things like that, but I know for me personally, is being a dance teacher, working with creating BIA is always been more about the movement, is more into really tapping into that person and being themselves. Remember, we are trained to kind of be, from school on, everything is a routine, right?
Right.
Fit in, right? You got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do that.
Everyone raise your hand, everyone wear uniform. Well, private schools, they have the uniform. Public schools are a little different, but still, there's still that routine.
That routine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You wore Jordans, you didn't have on Jordans, you was, you wore on some Skippies, it was joke though.
Right.
You still some life created a routine. You know what I mean? You're black, you gotta talk a certain way. You're white, you gotta talk a certain way. You know what I mean? It's just, life is like this. But where is the space for the free-minded? Right? Where's that space? So let's create that space.
Yes.
Right? Let's create the space for the free-minded. Because the free-minded people, some of the greatest people in the world.
That's what changed. That's where that's the evolution, the change, the ideas come into.
That's why you get Michael Jackson.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why you get comedians like, what's his name that passed away? I can't think. What's his name that passed away? One of the greatest comedians of all times. I'm having a brain fart. Sorry, but but that's where you get some of these creative, minds. Is that free?
Yeah.
That if we get like Jim Carrey,
you
know what I mean, or comedians like Jim Carrey, or people that step out. You know what I mean? Even dancers like, let's say, Les Twins.
Oh yeah, they stepped out for sure.
They stepped out.
Yeah.
But what makes them step out so much? Now let's be for real. Like Les twins, they doing their thing.
Yeah.
But you in the dance community, there's a lot of amazing.
Right. Oh, there's
It's
from
like,
all over the world.
It's hard to say. I always hate when people say, "Oh, the greatest dancers in the world."
They never know. You have no idea right now. There's someone in like another country, underground, somewhere doing incredible, crazy.
Yeah, I watched the baby in the pamper doing windmills.
There you go. Yeah. So you never. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like it's so hard to say that, but the reason why they got that title is because they didn't fit in a bubble. They weren't. They just are twins.
Right.
They style are their own. You know what I mean? They delivery. You'll see elements.
Yeah.
You see elements of crunk. You see elements of pop.
Had to learn somewhere.
Yeah. You see that elements, the foundation, but they styles their own.
Right.
It's that free minded.
Right.
That's without thought.
That individual. It's something that's unique to them. It's something that just they. Yes.
That's their thing.
That's their thing, yes.
But you see where it shows. You see where it shines at.
Yes.
So I've always tell people like, no, let it go. Let it, if it looks weird, go with it. Go with it.
Because that's your thumbprint. That's you.
That's your thing.
That's your. Right.
Go with it. You know, I used to do this one thing, and we got some people coming out.
Sure. I could also stop at any moment.
Okay.
So no worries.
But
hello.
Hey. What's it? You can hang out right there real quick.
Tommy.
He do buy your Tommy. No, you Tommy. But you could you're fine. Yeah. But
the thumbprint, like you're who you are.
Yes.
Right.
You create your thumbprint behind it.
Yeah.
So that's how you got. Like locking with Don Campbell.
Yes, everyone was laughing at him and he was pointing, telling, and that turned into a whole style.
A whole style.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing, who knew what, Boogaloo Sam was going through with popping.
Yep. When they went on Soul Train, they were like popping and they were like, okay. Like,
who knew? Okay, but that was just a raw expression of what dance was, of what hip hop is, of what a feeling just a vibe.
Yeah.
Everybody reacts to a beat and a sound completely different from the next.
Yes.
So by you staying true to your expression, you're creating a whole new avenue.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
Like rap has been from doo-wop groups. You know, that somebody kept on going and going and going and going. Then you got Daz Effects that sped it up, and then you play with the flow of it. Then they came out with mumble rap. As much as I hated it, but it was a style. Right. But that's what the whole idea, the culture, the whole idea of the studio, and what I wanted for you guys to find, not doing what I do, but doing what you do and finding a space to feel confident and grow in that element. Yeah. That's why you can go and see so many different talented, like all the dancers we named, right? We all know we all from the same studio. But every dancer will look completely different.
You couldn't guess that we're all from the same place.
No, you wouldn't guess.
You wouldn't think. Yeah.
But you all pop out in your own individual atmosphere. Yes. Right? I always say I never create students, I always created leaders. Because y'all go out, no matter if you want to or not, you end up walking ahead. And everybody else is now asking you questions. Yeah. Like when I remember dancers in Christian used to look at Ian Eastwood, and they used to,
that was like
they used to watch him on 24/7. He came out with a new video, they knew. Yeah. And then I used to always press on how good they are.
Right, to remember that.
To remember yourself and your craft. Right. And then they moved to California, and now Ian Eastwood is taking their workshops.
Their classes,
You know, and not to say, because they grew past. No, it's just that you got something to offer as well.
They're like, you're dope. I love what you're doing. Look at the jewels I have as well. Exactly. And everyone can appreciate everyone else's jewels. You know, it's not
but always never lose your own personal identity as a dancer, as an artist. Right. You know, it's good to learn and that's how we grow, right? We learn different elements, different craft, but don't lose your craft. Don't lose who you are as a dancer.
Right.
You know.
Right.
But
go ahead. No. I was just gonna say the last question I wanted to ask you is just what would you want to tell the future generation? For people that are watching this, they may watch this in the future. That you know when I share this, and for future generations, what is a message you would want to tell them? What's something you
honestly, the most important one is no matter how far you get in your craft and this dance community, always remember why you started, right? When you found love for dance. So before you went to your first audition, it was a song, it was a party, or it was an atmosphere that you was in. Always go back to remember why you found the love and the passion, especially in the industry. You know, it becomes work after a while, right? It becomes a job, and you don't want to lose yourself in that work, and just kind of remember the passion, the love for the music, the love for the expression. Always find purpose by remembering who you were when you found the love and passion for dance. Remember that. Go back to that person before the competitions, before the applauds. You know, when it was just you and the feeling and how it made you feel, just the feel good of movement. You know, always go back to that and allow life to map itself out the way it's supposed to. Don't shy away from it. You know, you don't get that gig, it may not be meant to get that gig. You know what I mean? So just stay true to your craft, stay true to yourself, and always, you know, remind yourself what made you love what you do. You never let nobody take that away from you. Right. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Dominick. The future generation. Here we are. No, but thank you so much, Dominick.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Sure. Guys, this is one of the alumni. This is one of the one of the best battle dancers that you would meet. He's out in California now. He's one of those people that does things that you look at him like, how in God's name? But him and his brother, he do look. Your son reminds me of when his brother was younger dancing here.
I think it was like 16 years ago. Maybe. When I first met Dominick, and we would be dancing in the studio. And I have a younger brother. He's not so little anymore, but he reminds me of your son. I believe this is your son.
The hairstyle and everything.
So it's just funny to see the generation again.
We were just talking about that. Yeah, he's out in California now. And doing his thing out there.
We were just doing an interview to come back because it's been over probably like 13 years since I've seen Dominick. So I wanted to just, hear his story and documenting it. So
this is definitely a good one, man. I'm so happy you did this. I'm so happy you did this.
Dominick.
Look, it tells you a lot about me. It's been I got you. Oh, and let me send me that as soon as you.
Yes, so I'll send you that. And do you have an Instagram, Dominick?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, because I don't know if I can find you. But
Listen, I'm old. I'm barely.